Welcome to Aura Check, your space for peace, clarity, and abundance. If you enjoy this meditation, feel free to hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, share, or leave a quiet word in the comments. Your presence means everything. Let's begin together. Close your eyes and take the softest breath your body will allow. No need to force, no need to fix. Let the breath move like a whisper, just enough to remind your system you're here now. Because what you're feeling, this inability to let go, it's not weakness, it's not obsession, it's not dysfunction. It's your nervous system still waiting for a resolution it never got. You see, the relationship may have ended, but your body doesn't know that yet, because it wasn't just love, it was attachment. It was a survival bond, a place your system anchored itself, hoping to feel chosen, safe, finally enough. And when they left, you didn't just lose a person, you lost a pattern, a rhythm, a story your body was still living inside. That's why the thoughts loop. That's why their name still echoes. That's why even when you know it's over, something in you holds on. Not because you're in love, but because you're still waiting to feel safe. So, tonight, we're not letting go with force. We're letting go by feeling what's still here. Let the ache be here. Let the yearning be here. Let the part of you that still needs them breathe. You're not here to silence that part. You're here to sit beside it, to show it that it doesn't need to grasp anymore, because you are here now. The version of you that sees the truth, the version that doesn't need to beg to be seen. Let your breath deepen. Feel the weight in your chest and say softly inside, I'm here now. I'm not abandoning you. I know this hurts, but I won't leave. This is what your body needed back then. Not more closure, not more contact, just safety, just presence. Let yourself be that now. We'll go deeper in a moment, but for now, just breathe and let the part of you that's still holding on begin to exhale. You didn't want to let go of them because in your nervous system, they were never just a person. They were a promise that maybe this time you wouldn't be left. You wouldn't be too much. You wouldn't be forgotten. And when they walked away, that promise shattered. But the part of you that was waiting didn't get the message. It still aches, still reaches, still scans for signs they might come back. Not because you want them, but because some part of you still needs to feel finally chosen. And that part doesn't respond to logic. It doesn't care about red flags or what your friends say. It wants what it always wanted, to feel held, to feel like enough, to feel like someone stayed. That's why the fantasies linger. That's why you replay every moment. That's why part of you still wonders if they miss you. You're not broken, you're bonded, And bonds don't break with time, they break with truth, felt truth, safe truth. So breathe with me and say gently to yourself, it's okay to feel this. It's okay to grieve what I never got. It's safe to want love, even if they couldn't give it. Let the tears rise. Let the anger, the regret, the ache come closer. This is the emotional residue, not of love lost, but of self abandoned. You kept trying to prove your worth to someone so you wouldn't have to face your own longing. But this is your chance to sit with the longing without making it mean you're not whole, to feel the grief without letting it become your identity, to let the cord dissolve, not with force, but with presence. You're doing that now. You're releasing what they could never give and reclaiming what you always had access to. You, not the version they validated, not the version that chased, but the one right here, breathing, resting, remembering their own worth. Let go, not by forgetting them, but by finally remembering you. You keep trying to let them go, but the real thing that's hard to release is who you were when you were with them. The feeling of being wanted, the high of hope, the illusion of safety, even if it wasn't real. That's what your body got attached to. And the truth is, they were never the home. They were just the mirror showing you the home you were searching for, inside yourself. That's why the grief feels so deep. You weren't just losing them, you were losing the fantasy of finally being okay. But here's what your nervous system is learning now. You don't need them to feel at home. You don't need them to calm the ache. You don't need to shrink, chase, or perform to feel whole, because the safety you kept outsourcing is something you're building inside. Right now, in this breath, you're doing what they never could. You're staying, you're softening, you're showing up for the parts of you they never touched. That's the real closure. Not a text, not an apology, not some perfectly timed goodbye. Closure is this: you staying with yourself long enough for the wound to stop bleeding. You loving yourself so deeply, the nervous system stops searching for them. So breathe, not to get over them, but to come back to you. Say softly within, I no longer abandon myself for love. I no longer chase what hurts me to prove I'm worthy. I release the version of me who needed to be chosen. You don't need to be chosen anymore, because you've already chosen you. The bond has served its purpose. The pain has shown you what you were ready to feel. And now, you can let it go. Not because it wasn't real, but because you finally are. If you'd like to stay a little longer, the music will hold you. Let yourself rest. Let the healing continue in stillness.